super. Hey guys, welcome. So throughout this series of how to make a low budget movie, I'm going to take you through all the steps of making your own film. I'm starting my own project, so this will kind of correlate with my steps. Basically, my new project called Eximius, check it out. I wrote the script myself, and that's the first thing we're going to talk about, is writing the script. So first of all, first thing you're going to do is get an idea. Then you're going to want to take that idea and make sure it's, pretty creative and original, but also you need to see if it's possible. So you can't have a movie about a astronaut jumping on a trampoline on Mars, because that would be unrealistic. It'd be hard to do, unless of course you have a living part of the world that looks like Mars. Then sure, go for it. So you're gonna take that idea, make sure it's possible. For me, I write stories that are centered around kids my age, high school age students, because I don't want to spend that money, and I don't have the resources to make it look like 14th century England. So basically, once you do that, you're going to take your idea and then you're going to expand on it so that you can fill all parts of the storyline. Basically, for the storylines, you're going to have the introduction of the characters, where we learn which character is the protagonist, which is the antagonist. You're going to build some depth into that. For short film, which is mostly what I do, it's hard to do, but if you're able to do it, a lot of dramatic shots and dialogue within that first couple minutes, people will become attached to your characters, and that's what you want, people becoming attached to your characters. Next is the rising action, the call to adventure. So basically, you want your character, there's a trigger, something happens that causes him to go and do something, him or her. And this can be as simple as he has to drive across the country on a road trip or something, or in my case, he runs off into the woods. So basically, that rising action is what builds up to the next part, which is the climax. The climax is when something big happens. Characters clash, character experiences a dramatic loss or gain. Something happens, and in between rising action and climax, there's usually some sort of conflict, and this needs to be a conflict between character, protagonist, antagonist, and then the climax, where one comes out victorious, or together they win or lose. And then after that climax, you're gonna have the falling action, which is when the character, everything kind of calms down, or the character's demise, they're dying or something like that. And then finally you have the resolution, the ending, something to wrap up the whole story and provide a satisfying ending for your audience. And your audience needs to feel at the ending, at the climax, your audience needs to feel the strongest at the character introduction, the climax, and the ending, the resolution. Most importantly is your audience's connection at the beginning, at the introduction of the characters. They need to feel connected to the characters, and really feel like they're invested in that character's life and that character's world, so they don't want something bad to happen to that character, and then that keeps them interested through the rest of the film. Alright, so that's a pretty basic outline of your script, of how it should look. The next thing you're going to do after you come up, fill all those different parts of the script, is you're going to write it. So writing your script can be tough. Basically, what you want to do is you want to format it correctly. An easy way to do this is write it in a program called Celtx, C-E-L-T-X, which is a very helpful program that helps scriptwriters. It's free. It formats it all for you correctly. Prints out PDFs. You can do scene breakdown, all that kind of stuff in this program. That's going to be really helpful for low budget, no to low budget films. And once you start writing the script, make sure your dialogue is realistic. It depends, of course it depends what kind of feel you're going for, but you don't want your dialogue to be like super deep or cheesy. You want to kind of find the balance. You want it to be original and engaging dialogue. Characters need to, wrap around each other and connect with each other and integrate together. And best way to do this is through dialogue. You write that down. You write all your imagery, in between the dialogue, and that's important. Edit, edit, edit. You need to edit your script lots of times. Have lots of drafts. Edit, number your drafts. Label them. Send your script to your friends, your family, your teachers. I'm currently have my script being edited by 2 of my friends, 2 teachers, a relative who's an author, and myself. So all those edits really make your story stronger. You're going to reach a wider audience. And once you get all your edits back, go through them. You don't need to take every edit that your friend or family member does, but go through and see what you like and see what you don't like. Talk with them, connect with them, talk about the edits. Maybe go over, maybe they misunderstood the feel that you're going for, and you want them to consider that while editing. So do all that, but you gotta edit and gotta have a lot of drafts. Don't just take it hot off the printer and go make a movie. So that's pretty much a really quick overview of writing your script. I'll put the link for Celtics in the bottom. And if you want, leave a video response or a comment below saying what's your idea. Do you need help? Do you need someone to edit your draft? Do you need inspiration? That kind of stuff. So good luck on your script writing, and I'll see you next time for part 2. See ya.